just, okay, so we're going to do the warm-up. Baby bounce to begin with. It's not working. I wonder why. Oh, so I'll just talk. So this movement up and down that we're doing, that's interesting. I wonder why it's not. Oh.
New name.
Okay, so now we're doing the hip rock. As we're doing the hip rock, take your shoulders and just kind of lift them up and down so that we get some stretch. I want you to elongate your body. I want you to lift it up. So as we're rocking side to side, we're going to get that stretch in the all along the back, and as well as in the muscles in front. Yes, Justice.
Sylvia says, what is it called when complete?
Okay, now we're doing gentle twisting as lower leg strength exercise routine. And as we're doing this stretching, we're loosening up the fascia, not just the muscles. We're loosening up the muscles, but all the fascia. We want to keep that flexible too. A lot of the challenges we have as we're getting older is because the fascia doesn't have the flexibility that it used to have. We feel this tightness in our body, so let's loosen that up, and that's what this is doing right here. Okay, now keep your hips straight ahead, and we're just going to twist in the hip socket area. So this is helping to loosen up the muscles. There's a sciatic nerve that wraps around here, and a lot of people end up with sciatic issues. This one here has been phenomenal in helping people to address that and to loosen up those muscles where that nerve wraps right around. And that's a great movement. So, okay, now as we're moving up and down, I want you to push down into the mat, but try to keep your heels from touching the mat. Now they'll touch a little bit, but you're trying to resist it. So we're working to pump the lymphatic system in the lower area, but we're also working the calf muscle. And this is going to burn in just a few moments. So you're helping to, again, you're pushing down into the mat, but you're working to keep your heels up. And so that's going to work those muscles, going to work your toes. It's going to help strengthen the ligaments and the tendons in the foot. Really, I mean, some of you have tried this the last time we did it, and you let me know how it had improved your foot and how much they felt better by doing this. But it's also working the calf muscles and pumping that circulation in the lower extremity. Should be feeling that now. Yes, Justice.
As Elizabeth says, will you show how to break down the Cellerciser and handlebar and put it in the case? I always have difficulty trying to fit everything in the case. Have you considered making a larger case?
Yes, yeah, we could, but then it wouldn't fit in the overhead luggage bin of commercial airlines. So the reason we have it the way it is so that we can travel with it, and that I can travel with it effectively. But yeah, that's a trifold, half-fold simple. So you're talking about the trifold Cellerciser, and yes, we can do that. Okay, so we're still pushing down. You should be really feeling that strength and tightness in that area. Okay, now we're going to do the Jambo walk. So keep your back straight, your feet flat. Tighten your buttocks and your thighs. Just tighten them. As you're pushing straight down into the mat, you're staying flat-footed. By keeping your back straight and your feet flat, you are working the whole front part of the structure of your knee to build up those ligaments and those tendons. But you're also really working the big muscles of the body, and they have a lot of demand for fuel. Think of it this way. If you have a Volkswagen and it's using 4 cylinders, you're using some fuel. If you have a Lamborghini with a big engine or a 12-cylinder engine and you're using fuel, you're using a lot more fuel. We're using a lot more fuel doing this one right here, and you should start really feeling it. Those are big muscles, and I love this feeling. You love it and you hate it. You love it because you know you're really helping to improve circulation in the thighs. You're working the muscles, and you're burning fuel. So it's just like this. And whether you're doing it quickly or lifting your feet up a little bit, you're still going to feel it. So we got, about 10 seconds left of this one. And the next move is going to be the baby health bounce. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing again. Push into the mat with the balls of your feet, but work to keep your heel up. So you're kind of pushing down with the front part of your foot, but you're resisting your heel going down all the way. You want some movement because it's pumping, but you also want to resist, not just let it come down. You're just working those muscles a little more aggressively. And let's open up the circulation in the lower extremities. That's the weakest area from the heart. So we can get edema, swelling, varicose veins. This movement can help with all of that. So just enjoy that. So we got 30 more seconds. Yeah, okay, I'll talk about the trifold. When you're taking down the balance bar, on the trifold, we have the one piece. You want to put this piece in the bottom of the case. Put the Cellerciser on top of it. And then you take the individual pieces and you put them on top of the Cellerciser. And I actually demonstrate that. It's on our website. I show you how to put it all together. It should be on our website. Okay, back to the Jambo walk. It's under our care and maintenance section. So if you go to our website and look into at the menu bar, the difference, when you hit the difference, it'll have a drop-down menu. Go to care and maintenance, and on the care and maintenance, just go to where you see me working with the Cellerciser, the trifold Cellerciser, and I'll check to make sure that that video is on there. So many of you probably know women who are dealing with cellulite. I mean, it's natural, it's normal. And it happens with all ages, by the way. It's pretty much a natural condition for most people. And what often happens is we've lost circulation to that area. We've accumulated white adipose tissue, but the body has a hard time accessing it, and so it has a hard time burning it off. And hormonal changes can contribute to that too. But when we start to do the Jambo walk, we start to generate a lot more stress in this area that can help open up the circulation, generate the heat. And this is just a Jambo walk. You can do the Jambo run. You can be more aggressive. Now we're going to work on the hips, inner outer thigh, both sides of the knee. And I'm going to let go of the balance bar, so it's going to be a little noisier. Sorry about that. But I like to use the shoulders, because as I'm lifting the torso up and then rocking side to side, you can feel this deep within the muscles and in the back to help loosen up that whole area, which is really important. A lot of back problems come not because of the muscles in the back, but often the muscles in the hips and the underlying muscles in the below the abdominals. I always have trouble with that muscle. I'm trying to remember the name of that. But you should feel some stretch. If you're doing this correctly, you're lifting your torso up and just moving up and down. That will stretch that whole area. And next is going to be stand to sit. Okay, we're going to stand to sit. So we just sit down, stand up. Sit down, stand up. Jesse, do you want me to tell me when he's done sitting down, standing up? And this is great exercise for flexibility, strengthen the knees, and being able to just stand up and sit down. And a little trick is if you lean forward a little bit, you can also stretch that lower back. All right, okay. Now we're working on the strengthening the lower back and the buttocks. So as I'm kicking out and coming down with one leg up, that's putting a lot of weight on those muscles. But it helps strengthen them. And don't overdo it. You don't have to do this hard. This one, just by leaning forward and jumping, if you're only doing this, it's helping. As your lower back gets stronger, you'll be able to lift the leg higher and straighter. And I do these. I mean, this is part of my daily routine is, well, most of the time, is doing the kickouts. But if you're a beginner, I wouldn't do this initially because the ligaments and tendons may not be strong enough. And this leverages body weight. This isn't just like doing this. You're coming down with a lot more weight, which makes it much more effective. Okay, let's loosen it up. And if you can, you want to just take this gentle, but see if you can feel any stretching in any of the muscles. See, one of the big reasons for creating the Mr. Rebounder app is so you could have it on a smart device or on a phone in the phone holder, and you're watching a TV show. And you watch the show, you do the routine will ding every time there's a different movement. And I have to restart my iPad because it's not doing the sound right now. But this is a ski patrol. And it's number 2, which is a little more intense. Now, if you want to, just do it like this. That's ski patrol number 1. And that's fine. They both work. It's working the hips, thighs, and knees. He is going fast. I could slow him down a little bit. Now I'm going faster. Speed him up a little. Come on. All right. So now it's the hip rock. And again, I do it a little different. I just lift the shoulders up and down. And as you're coming down, you're lifting. Keep your body elevated. Keep it lifting tall. This is going to improve flexibility all over your body. But the other reason to do this is it really pumps the lymphatic system. So it's literally, it's like torquing the lymph system. You're creating more pressure, more movement to help open up the lymphatics. Okay. So let's do the same thing and lift the heels up and down and just kind of push into the mat. Stand. Okay. All right, so the next movement is going to be the tough movement. And that's going to be when we, if you have something where you can put your hands on a couch, armchair, or lean over on something, put your hands on something, it makes it doable and very, very, very effective. This helps to open up the knee and increase the strength of the knee dramatically, so that if you're wanting to kneel down low, look underneath one of the low shelves where they have food that somebody may have missed, that, okay, I put this in there only because this is the move I don't have. But we're going to just jump up, come down. And if you can't come down very far, don't. Just come down a little bit. If you can only do this, there's nothing wrong with that. We're going to call this the leapfrog. Let me know when it changes, Justice. Oh, it did? Oh, good. Okay, so now we're in the cool down. You did it. This has all been just a great program. One of the things, oh, and that last one, whew, you know, whether you're young or old, that's a great routine. When you're, I should have had you try to touch your toes before you do this, and then try to touch your toes after, because it really is strengthening, but it's also increasing flexibility. Your cell membranes are being massaged through the movement up and down. Congratulations, you rock. Thank you. Thanks for being a part